We had a little king there in Ankole called Rubambansi. That is, he's controller of the whole world. That's what those Banyankole thought. That little king there of ours. He was called Rubambansi, the controller of the whole world. That Ankole is the whole world. So these chiefs of ours, with your pharaohs, your sycophants who fall before the chiefs, they fall as if they are possessed with demons. They stay there now. My problem comes, these new foreigners come, and when they come, you see they have new power, which you didn't have. They had guns. The guns were not very effective that time, but they were there. They were better than, they appeared to be better than the spears. So Vasco da Gama comes, actually passes by Zanzibar, doesn't stop in Zanzibar but attacks Mombasa and continues to India. So that's where my quarrel with you people starts now. Even if you are happy with yourselves, but you see this new danger, these new people who come, who appear to have some power, why don't you get together and organize yourselves better? That's where my problem comes. Even if you are relaxed in the past because you had no threat, but now there's a threat. Because Vasco da Gama attacked Mombasa. And information started coming, even inland here, that there are new people. That's what they are called Wazungu, Abazungu. Because the people asked them, where are you going? Say, tunazunguka, we are going round. So that's where my problem comes, and that's where NLM comes in. So these chiefs of ours, with your pharaohs, your sycophants who fall before the chiefs, they fall as if they are possessed with demons. They stay there now. Vasco da Gama passes by Mombasa 1498. Huntington Speke does not come to Uganda until 1862. This is a difference of 364 years. These pharaohs are coming, going. They were still weak. They couldn't come. They couldn't come inside Africa. But they were coming. You could see they were coming. They were there. They appeared to be stronger. But you are taking no precautions. You're just there with the monkey skins, with what? We had a little king there in Ankole called Rubambansi. That is, he's controller of the whole world. That's what those Banyankole thought. That little king there of ours. He was called Rubambansi, the controller of the whole world. That Ankole is the whole world. Idiots. So, for 364 years, these fellows are just there. They are hearing information. It's coming. Now, Huntington Speke comes, 1862. He goes back. He passes through. He goes to, that he's looking for the source of the Nile. He goes. Then 1874, Stanley comes. Then 1877, Stanley writes that Mutesa wanted people to teach religion. They come, the Church of Uganda people come 1877. 1879, the Catholics come. By 1890, Ugandans are killing one another on behalf of God, on behalf of the new God. Religious wars. You have read about the religious wars. You can imagine. The first pharaoh to talk about, no, actually the Muslims are the ones who came first. There was a Muslim man called Ibrahim, who came in 1841. But even if you start with the Muslims, it's a very short time. But by 1890, the Ugandans were killing one another. That they are fighting religious wars. Now, instead of getting together, of course in the end Mwanga and Kawarega tried to get together, but it was too late. It was too late. So, the old divisions of the Baganda, Banyoro, Banyankore, all those idiotic divisions were still there. Then they added new ones now of religion. Catholic, Protestant, Muslim. So, that's how the British come and take over the whole continent, except for Ethiopia. Because Africans were too divided to stand. During colonial times, those divisions continue after colonialism. So that's how the NRM comes in. Says, you people. NRM comes and says, please, you are really off the point. What is crucial for you is how to live. And how to live in the modern way means, first of all, education. You must know modern things, because we were conquered. And when we were conquered, they took slaves. They took what? For 400 years, they were taking slaves from Africa, until the Europeans now no longer, until the Europeans now invented the machines, and they no longer needed slaves. They're the ones who stopped the slavery themselves. You can imagine people to be taken into slavery for 400 years. Tebaneke bakikolako okutuusa abatwala abaddu bwe baakoowa ne bafuna amakubo amalala ag'okukola emirimu gy'obuddu ne bagamba, we no longer need slaves. God has told us not to bring slaves. They remember that they were Christians. In 1822, when there was somebody whom they keep talking about. Huh? William Wilberforce. Yeah. But for 400 years there was a Pope. What was the Pope doing? Did the Pope come was he suspended from 14 when the slavery started to 1822? What were the popes saying about slavery? How about the Archbishop of Canterbury? What were they saying? So, this is how weak Africa was, because of disorientation. Balekanga bibasande kukola, ne bakola bibatasande kukola, n'amazima tegali mu bo. They left and done what they ought to have done. They did what they ought to have done. There's no truth in them. That's how the NRM comes in and says, first of all, as student moves, you people, these things you're talking about are really off the point, because modern life needs education, needs science. Not only modern life, life always needed. I don't want to make my comments long, but all life needs science. So when you lag behind in science and technology, you are endangering yourself. But when you use science in the modern way, then you produce on a big scale. So the question is, if you produce on a big scale, who will buy what you produce? That's why you need a big market. But how will you have a big market if you don't have unity among the people? So one thing leads to another. if you need prosperity, you must work for the unity of Uganda. You must work for the unity of Africa, so to unite the market, and then you are able to have prosperity, but also able to have strength. So that's how the NRM comes in. First of all, as a student movement, we rejected the line of DP and UPC, which were sectarian, religion, Catholic. For DP was for the Catholics, UPC was for the Protestants, Kawaka was for the Baganda, and we rejected this. And we said, for us, we want unity within Uganda, but also unity in Africa. Why? Because you need it. Doesn't matter whether you like me or not. But if you want to be prosperous, you need to work with me, because I am able to buy what you produce and you're able to buy what I produce. And the more of us that are together, the better. This is the line of the NRM. So that's why we rejected the line of these pharaohs from the 1960s. Now, at that time, we were talking to whoever we could talk to. I was originally with the DP, but by 1965, I could see they were really off the point. These other boys, the Kategayas, the Rugundas, were in UPC. So we were able to say, no, all these are useless. Let's get together. And that's how we formed the third line. But as we said, what Chariao, as we were still there, then they started killing one another, as we thought they would, Mutesa and Obote, 1966. Then Amin came in. So that's how we said, okay, we're talking to you politically, but because you are now using violence, you don't want dialogue, you want violence, let's go armed also. So, and when we go armed, we shall fight better than you, because they are just cowards. They are not, they are like you pharaohs, Bamri Abiengede. They just eat things which are ready. They have no commitment. Because if you don't have a good understanding, you cannot be very committed because you are not sure. Ordinary opportunist. When you see this one, if I can get here, you go there. You are like a bandera being blown by the wind. Me, nobody can. My position never changes, because I have got a firm understanding of what is right and what is wrong. So that's how the NRM comes in. And when they introduced violence, we said, okay, we are now going to go armed. That's how we started an armed wing, 1971. And this later on, what became the NRA was the new phase. So that is the story.